Good morning, students. In the last class, we discussed very clearly about the concept of hybridization and characteristics of hybridization and conditions for hybridization. After that, so we discussed the types of hybridizations, that is SP and SP2. In the today's class, we will discuss the one more important type of hybridization, that is sp3 hybridization. So what do you mean by sp3 hybridization? It means one s orbital and three p orbitals hybridized together to form 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. These 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals directed or deliberated towards 4 corners of regular tetrahedron. Tetrahedral. This hybridization is called sp3 hybridization. What is it? One s orbital X, Y, Z and 3 p orbitals. One is along x-axis, one is along y-axis and another one is along z-axis. Say for example, this is an s orbital, this is p orbital, another p orbital is along another direction, Z, Y, X, and the third p orbital X, Y, Z. Say this is px orbital, this is pz orbital, px orbital and py orbital are hybridized together to form 4 sp3 hybrid orbital. So these 3 plus 1 s orbital hybridized like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Say for example, these are positive, negative lobes. Then these are like, this is called hybridization. Hybridization gives 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. These 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are deliberated towards 4 corners of the regular tetrahedral. So all the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals positive, positive and positive, positive. This is negative, negative, negative. Like that, they are oriented in tetrahedral geometry and makes an angle, you know very well, in the tetrahedral 109.5 degrees. This is called sp3 hybridization. In this sp3 hybridization, each sp3 hybrid orbital, each sp3 hybrid orbital, the percentage of S character is 25%. The percentage of P character is 75%. In each sp3 hybrid orbital, the percentage of S character is 25%, percentage of P character is 75%, because four hybrid orbitals are there. S, 4 means, so each one is 25%, so that S is only one 25%. Each P is 25, the 3 P orbitals are hybridized, so that's why the percentage of the P character is how much? 75%. So this is about the sp3 hybridization. Once again, so one S orbital and 3 P orbitals which are similar in energy are hybridized together to form 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. These 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are directed towards, are oriented in a regular tetrahedral geometry and makes an angle 109.5 degrees. In each sp3 hybrid orbital, the percentage of S character is 25%, the percentage of P character is 75%. So let us discuss some important examples of sp3 hybridization. So the best example for sp3 hybridization is methane molecule, CH4. That is, we call methane. In methane, what is the central atom? Central atom is carbon. Carbon, Z is equal to 6. Ground state electronic configuration, that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. The valency shell electronic configuration is 2s2, 2p2. In the 2s orbital, both the electrons are paired. In 2p subshell, the 3 orbitals are there. Out of the 3 orbitals, the 2 orbitals are filled with 1 electron. We know very clear. So, the ground state electronic configuration of a carbon can explain the capacity of a carbon ice-2. But to account to the tetravalency of carbon, so definitely we need to promote the electron from 2s orbital to which orbital? 2p orbital. So here promotion of electron takes place so that we get the first excited state. First excited state electronic configuration is 2s1, 2p3, that is 2px1, 2py1, 2pz1. So the 2s orbital, only 1 electron is left. One of the 2s electron is promoted to 2p orbital so that each orbital is filled with 1 electron. The first excited state electronic configuration of a carbon can explain the tetravalency of carbon. Now, here the 4 orbitals, 1, 2s orbital and 3, 2p orbitals hybridized together to form 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. So these 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals present around the carbon in tetrahedral geometry. In tetrahedral geometry. That means 4 hybrid orbitals are directed towards the 4 corners of the tetrahedron. So now at the center, this is carbon atom, and here these 4 are sp3 hybrid orbitals. Each sp3 hybrid orbital is overlapped with the 1s orbital of hydrogen atom. Hydrogen is Z is equal to 1, 1s1. So only one electron is present. This 1s orbital is overlapped with sp3 hybrid orbital of carbon atom. That's why each sp3 hybrid orbital present around the carbon atom overlapped with 1s orbital of hydrogen atom to form 4 sigma bonds. So here this is one sp3 and 1s orbital. Here sp3 and 1s orbital, sp3 and 1s orbital is overlap, sp3 and 1s orbital is overlap, which are resulted into the 4 sigma bonds. All the 4 sigma bonds are overlapped by between sp3 and 1s orbital. This is 1s, it is sp3 hybrid orbital, which will be resulted into the sigma bond. sp3 1s sigma bond, sp3 1s sigma bond. So the carbon is surrounded by 4 hydrogen atoms in tetrahedral geometry. So all the 4 are sigma bonds. All the 4 sigma bonds are formed by overlap of sp3 hybrid orbital of carbon atom, 1s orbital of hydrogen atom, and the bond angle HCH bond angle is found to be 109.5 degrees. So this is one of the best example for sp3 hybridization. This is 109.5 degrees. So this is about the sp3 hybridization. So example CH4 molecule. So let us take the one more example. So the another example, ammonia molecule NH3. In the ammonia molecule, the central atom is nitrogen. So you know very well about the nitrogen. Nitrogen atomic number is 7. The electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. This is the ground state electronic configuration. The valence shell 2s orbital is consist of 2 electrons with opposite spin. In 2p subshell, each orbital is filled with 1 electron. In the case of nitrogen, we know very well, the nitrogen can form only the 3 covalent bonds. For the formation of the 3 covalent bonds around the nitrogen, the 3 off-filled atomic orbitals are needed. So that in the ground state electronic configuration, so the 3 orbitals are off-filled. So that there is no need to promote the electrons like a carbon atom. So here, so the promotion is not needed. So the 3 electrons present in the 2p orbitals are account the trivalency of this nitrogen. So now in the ground state electronic configuration, so what are the orbitals are available in the valence shell? 1 2s orbital and 3 2p orbitals. So that 1 2s orbital and 3 2p orbitals are hybridized together to form 3 plus 1 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. So once sp3 hybridization, so all the hybrid orbitals are oriented or directed in which geometry? Tetrahedral geometry. Here out of 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals around the nitrogen, so one sp3 hybrid orbital contains lone pair of electrons and 3 sp3 hybrid orbitals containing unpaired electrons, lone pair of electrons and unpaired electrons. So now these 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals oriented in the space in which shape? So tetrahedral shape. So that is nitrogen, so out of these 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, one sp3 hybrid orbital is containing the lone pair of electrons. It is consists of lone pair of electrons. Each sp3 hybrid orbital containing unpaired electrons. How many sp3 hybrid orbital containing unpaired electrons? 3. So these 3 sp3 hybrid orbitals containing unpaired electrons are overlapped with 1s orbital of hydrogen atom. Hydrogen Z is equal to 1, that is 1s1. So 1 electron is paired. So that each sp3 hybrid orbital containing unpaired electron is overlapped with 1s orbital. So here this is sp3 hybrid orbital is containing unpaired electron. It is containing unpaired electron. It is also containing unpaired electron. So which are resulted into the 3 sigma bonds between the nitrogen and hydrogen. So here sp3 hybrid orbital and 1s orbital sigma bond, sp3 hybrid orbital 1s orbital are overlapped, which results into sigma bond, sp3 and 1s orbital, which is also resulted into the formation of sigma bond. But one of the sp3 hybrid orbital is containing unpaired, that's a lone pair of electrons. Now here are the 2 important points. This is you have already learned in the valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. So now the one is, whenever these 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are oriented in a tetrahedral geometry, the expected bond angle is 109.5. But here the bond angle is, so this is just a roughly draw the diagram. This is the central atom, nitrogen. So on the 3 bonds are forming the base, hydrogen, and hydrogen. Attached to the nitrogen, one is containing lone pair of electrons. So now between these 4 are arranged in a tetrahedral geometry. What is the bond angle are expected? 109.5. But what is the bond angle is here? 107 degrees. So the reason you know very well, in the ammonia molecule, so the 2 types of repulsions are exist. One is lone pair, bond pair, and bond pair repulsions. So among the lone pair, bond pair and bond pair repulsions, lone pair, bond pair repulsions are stronger. So that these repulsions are pushing the bond pairs close together. That's why the bond angle is reduced from 109.5 degrees to 107 degrees. That is the one important point. The second one is the geometry of this ammonia molecule is pyramidal, because due to the presence of the lone pair of electrons, it is distorted the regular geometry. So when we see this bond pair of electrons are only, these bond pair of electrons are presented in the pyramidal shape. In the pyramidal shape, the three hydrogen atoms are forming the base, and the nitrogen atom is present at the center of the pyramid, and to the pyramid these three hydrogen atoms are forming the base, and the lone pair of electrons are present at the apex of the pyramid. So like that, so the distortion geometry we get. What is the geometry of the ammonia molecule is pyramidal. What is the bond angle is 107 degrees. These two are very important points compared to the CH4 molecule. The difference here from CH4 to NH3, in both the cases the central atom, there is a carbon, here is a nitrogen. Both are undergoing sp3 hybridization, but the geometry is different. So there is a geometry is a regular tetrahedral geometry, molecular geometry. Here molecular geometry is pyramidal shape. So why here the pyramidal shape even though it is sp3 hybridization? The reason is due to presence of a lone pair of electrons on the nitrogen, the regular geometry is distorted from tetrahedral to pyramidal. This is the one difference. The second difference from CH4 to NH3 molecule, in both the cases the four sp3 hybrid orbitals are formed. Both are oriented in the tetrahedral geometry, but there is a bond angle is 109.5, here 107 degrees. The reason is in case of ammonia molecule, in case of methane molecule, no repulsions, only one type of repulsions are exist. But in the case of ammonia molecule, two types of repulsions are exist. One is lone pair, bond pair, another one is bond pair repulsions. We know lone pair, bond pair repulsions are stronger than bond pair repulsions. That's why these lone pair, bond pair repulsions pushing the bond pair pairs very close together. That's why the bond angle is reduced from 109.5 degrees to 107 degrees. This is the another example for sp3 hybridization. So the third example for sp3 hybridization is water molecule. So the water molecule formula is H2O. In that the central atom is oxygen. Oxygen atomic number is 8. The electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. This is the ground state electronic configuration. Ground state electronic configuration. When we see the valency shell, in the 2s orbital, 2 electrons are paired. In 2p subshell, first each orbital is filled with 1 electron according to the Wundt rule. After that only the pairing will be started. So that out of the 3 2p orbitals, one of the orbital is filled with 2 electrons, the rest of the 2 are filled with 1 electrons. So now is it needed the promotion or not? That is we need to check. So we know the oxygen can form the 2 covalent bonds. Oxygen can form the 2 covalent bonds means we need the 2 atomic orbitals with off field. So here the 2 atomic orbitals are off field. So that there is no need of the promotion of electron from the 2s orbital to 2p orbital like in ammonia molecule. Okay, so whereas in CH4 molecule the promotion is needed, but in the case of NH3 molecule, to account the trivalency of nitrogen, we are not promoting any electron. Same like that here also. So since the oxygen can form the 2 covalent bonds, okay, there is no need to promote the electron from the 2s orbital to 2p orbital because the 2p orbitals are already off filled. So now here What are the orbitals are present in the valency shell? 2s orbital and 2p orbital. All the four are involved in the hybridization. One 2s orbital and three 2p orbitals are involved in the hybridization to form 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. These 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are oriented in tetrahedral geometry. But here, out of the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, out of 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, 2 sp3 hybrid orbitals, 2 sp3 hybrid orbitals contains 2 lone pairs. That means each sp3 hybrid orbital is containing one lone pair. Whereas the remaining 2 sp3 hybrid orbitals containing 2 unpaired electrons. 2 unpaired electrons. So, but these 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are oriented in tetrahedral geometry. So now in that 2 sp3 hybrid orbitals containing 2 lone pair of electrons, the remaining 2 sp3 hybrid orbitals containing unpaired electrons are involved in overlapping with the 1s orbital of hydrogen atom. So that here each sp3 hybrid orbital containing unpaired electron are overlapped with 1s orbital of hydrogen atom to form sigma bonds. Here the sigma bond is resulted, here also the sigma bond is resulted by overlapping of sp3 hybrid orbital of oxygen and 1s orbital of hydrogen atom. Here also sp3 hybrid orbital of oxygen and 1s orbital of hydrogen atom. So now here the 2 sigma bonds are formed. Simply the central atom is oxygen and it is attached to the 2 hydrogen atoms. On the oxygen atom the 2 hybrid orbitals are containing 2 lone pair of electrons. These lone pair of electrons are responsible for the distortion of geometry. Like in ammonia molecule, how the regular geometry is distorted. Here the regular geometry is also distorted from tetrahedral to V shape or angular shape or bent shape. So the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are oriented in tetrahedral geometry. The expected bond angle is 109.5. But here 109.5 bond angle is not observed. The bond angle is observed 104.5 degrees. This bond angle is even smaller than the in case of ammonia molecule. So the reason is in methane molecule only one type of repulsions are exist, bond pair, so that expected bond angle is there. But whereas in ammonia molecule the 2 types of repulsions are exist, lone pair and bond pair repulsions. But when it comes to the water molecule, so the 3 types of repulsions are operated. One is lone pair, bond pair. We know very well the lone pair repulsions are stronger than lone pair and bond pair. That's why these lone pair repulsions are pushing the bond pair and another bond pair very close together. That's why the bond angle is found to be 104.5 instead of 109.5 degrees. So these are the 2 important. So the water molecule is adopted the geometry, what is that? V shape due to presence of lone pair of electrons. So the regular geometry is distorted to the V shape or angular shape. the bond angle is 104.5. It is reduced from 109.5 degrees because of the strong lone pair repulsion pushing the bond pairs very close together. That's why the bond angle is decreases. So this is about the best example of sp3 hybridization containing the two lone pair of electrons. So these are the three best examples: ammonia molecule, water molecule, and methane molecule. The difference you can observe: in the first case no lone pair, in the second case one lone pair, here two lone pair of electrons are present. Even though presence of the lone pair of electrons or without the lone pair of electrons, in all the molecules the central atom is undergo sp3 hybridization. In all the cases 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are formed, but all the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals in all the cases do not participate in the bond formation. Only in the case of methane molecule, all the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are overlapped with 1s orbital of hydrogen atom to form 4 sigma bonds. But whereas in ammonia molecule, out of the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, 3 sp3 hybrid orbitals are involved in the formation of a bond by overlapping with 1s orbital of hydrogen atom. But one sp3 hybrid orbitals containing lone pair of electrons, it will be remain as present on the nitrogen. Whereas in the water molecule, out of the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, 2 are only involved in the formation of a bond by overlapping with the 1s orbital of hydrogen atom. The remaining 2 sp3 hybrid orbitals are containing the lone pair of electrons. In all the cases, all the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are oriented in tetrahedral geometry. So the bond angle is not same in all the cases. In the first case 109.5, in the second case 107, in the third case it is 104.5. In all the cases you are not getting the same molecular geometry. In the first case the molecular geometry is tetrahedral. In the second case, due to presence of one lone pair, the regular geometry is distorted and we get the pyramidal shape. In the third case, due to presence of the two lone pair of electrons, the regular geometry is distorted and it has the shape V shape. This is about the sp3 hybridization.